Thursday Night Football on Amazon, Saturday Night Primetime College Football, and obviously the face of College Game Day. Ladies and gentlemen, Old Blue Eyes, former president of Ohio, Kirk Herbstreit.
Yay! What do you say, boys? How we doing? That was a great show yesterday. I enjoyed that.
Yeah. It was a fun day. We had a lot of guys on. We got a chance to experience ball again. A lot of things said, a lot of things heard. A lot of stuff going on, and we appreciate the fact that we're a part of it. Obviously, we appreciate the platform we're given. Anytime you can learn anything about the greatest players in the history of the game, it's a good thing, and we certainly appreciate that. But it did feel like it was ball. It felt like it was ball.
Yeah.
We're watching.
Hey, Pat, how about that division this year? With McCarthy coming in, Mentor going over to Baltimore to replace Harbaugh, which has been a great run that he had in Baltimore, and Todd Monken up at Cleveland. The Browns trying to figure out who's going to be their quarterback, and of course Burrow. Everybody in Cincinnati is talking about this is potentially their year to potentially make a run, maybe with a better defense. So could be fun. Get back to those old AFC Central days where it's nasty every single time any of those teams get together on the field.
I think everybody in that division understands what the football is there too, and what the weather is going to force you to play at some point whenever you get to that time. Like Mike McCarthy, I think he's been pretty open. Like, hey, my Dallas team is going to be a little different than your Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania team. Mm-hmm. And then obviously your Packers team is going to be different than a team that's in Miami. It's like you got to be able to play when it matters. A lot of great coaches, a lot of big moves. Zay Flowers just got paid in Baltimore. But on that note, it did feel like football yesterday. I guess we're about 30-some days away from College Game Day. Yeah. Where are you at right now? Have you been planning, preparing? Are you in conference meetings or anything like that? Like, what are you currently doing at this stage of the offseason to get ready for an incredible football season where you're going to be very busy? Obviously, we all are, but we're lucky to do it. But what are you doing at this moment as we are just days away from the greatest time of year?
Well, currently, I'm enjoying the ESPN College Football virtual seminar that you were a part of before you hopped on your show. We still have, if you get done early, you can still hop on.
Day one.
We're running.
There's day two tomorrow coming right up.
Day two tomorrow. We're running till 5 o'clock today, so you have plenty of time to hop on.
Get out, dude. But it's worth it. It's good.
What is it?
It's everything you need.
What is it?
It's everything you need.
Yeah, the virtual
mumbo jumbo.
No, it's not, Connor. Connor doesn't know. Connor's saying it's mumbo jumbo. This guy doesn't understand.
It's a lot of mumbo jumbo.
Yeah. No,
there's no way that goes till 5. There is absolutely no way. Please tell me you're kidding.
Foxy.
The 9 to 5, Foxy.
This guy's disgusting. Sorry about all this amateur stuff going on here. Okay, Kirk?
What's going on here?
Yeah, a lot of wasted time, it sounds like, Kirk. That's what I'm hearing.
The 9 to 5, brother. Classic 9 to 5.
We're getting ready for the biggest season of all time. We got the Super Bowl and National Championship. They need to do two of these, actually. Day one and day two. Yeah. Lucky to be a part of it tomorrow. But on that note.
At day 3.
I agree. But these guys just aren't about it, I guess. But we appreciate you representing for all of us in there as we have to do this particular show. We will certainly, not these bozos.
Yeah, no chance.
I will hop right back in. I'll AirPod right in. I'll be with the guys doing our stuff.
Absolutely.
But I can't wait to get in there. But how does it feel to be in there?
No, but this time of year, for me, Pat, I get to July 4th, and again, usually the red season's over by then, and I start to kind of get into that college football mode. The magazines start coming out. Everybody starts getting excited about, and what you see every year. Some years you look and you're like, wow, there are so many new faces. This is going to be a great year because we don't know a lot of these guys, and these stories are going to unfold as we go. And then there's some years where you're like, wow, there's a lot of experience coming back. And if you look at these teams that their odds, you can start to think about these players and the names start to pop off. So I think there's a lot of, especially at quarterback, we have a lot of veteran quarterbacks that are coming back. I think it could be a year. Everybody always wants to say who could be that next Indiana, who could be a team that uses the transfer portal with a new coach to try to bring some experience in right away and hit the ground running the way Cignetti has in Bloomington. I think if there's one team that reminds me of that, it's the bottom right team on that board right there with Matt Campbell going over to Penn State. He brought a number of Iowa State players, including the quarterback, over. I'm excited to see what Penn State can be. If you're looking for kind of like that team that could surprise, that always has a shot to make a run, what does that say? Plus 6,000? I mean, that Penn State is a team that I think really has an opportunity with the schedule. They've got a couple tough ones, but the team that they have coming back, and I'm just a massive fan of Matt Campbell. I think that kind of got lost in all of the hysteria of what went on at the end of last season. That Penn State made an incredible hire. I think Penn State, James Franklin did a great job. They couldn't quite get over the hump, and I'm excited to see what Matt Campbell is going to do and his style and the way he's kind of an old school guy growing up in Northeast Ohio. Played at John. I think he played at John Carroll, believe so.
Was it
And
Mount
just
Union?
has that attitude that I think is going to resonate very well there in State College.
Yeah, Mount Union, John Carroll.
Mount Union, yeah.
Whatever it is, smaller. Yeah, I played at Mount Union. Also played at Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
I know he played there. Yeah. He said, "Get me out of here." And then he goes to Mount Union, obviously, which we respect. No, he didn't. He loved the city, just didn't like the university. Probably. Matt Campbell said, "I got to go to a tougher place." You know, so I'm heading to
Have you guys look up John Carroll and Mount Union and look at the guys that played ball at those two schools that went on to coach. It's incredible. The alumni that have gotten into coaching and have massive, high-profile jobs, whether it's college or the NFL.
Matt Campbell in the Penn State Nittany Lions plus 2,000 to win the Big Ten. Big Ten, though, very top-heavy, says everybody. AJ has a question for you, Kirk.
Yeah, Kirk, I know the coaches' preseason poll came out, and I think Ohio State is #1 on that preseason poll. And when you look at the thing, I don't know, I think we have a graphic at some point right here if you see it. Anything stick out to you right here? Obviously, Georgia right there, the first SEC team at 3. I guess that when you look at this in the top 25, does anything stick out to you?
It's
Like
the first
LSU,
time I've even really
LSU 13, I'm sorry. LSU 13, is that too low, you believe?
I think we're all kind of guessing on LSU right now. A lot of people have a great deal of respect for Lane Kiffin as a kind of a quarterback whisperer and an offensive genius. But they brought in so many portal guys. It's a matter of how they gel and what they can do together. Ohio State's interesting to me. I think it's obvious with Julian saying the offensive firepower that they have coming back, Jeremiah Smith, they're just loaded up. But as you know, AJ, better than anybody, they lost not only great players, but over the last 2 years, you go back to that flag, the Michigan putting the flag down in Ohio Stadium. Ohio State goes on a 4-game run, wins the national championship. Last year has another great year. Think of the defensive players with Caleb Downs, Sonny Styles, and even going back to the previous year. The last 2 years, I would say, even though Jeremiah Smith and saying, and we get excited about offense, but their defense and the leadership and the intangibles that they brought to the table, it's like a new wave of players that are now going to be coming in. Not to say that they're not going to do a great job. They recruit so well. But again, when it comes to communication, hand gestures, just little things that can happen with veterans, they're going to have to be a little bit of a work progress for them. I don't know if there's anybody, they go down to Austin week 2 against Arch Manning. How will that defense play?
Question, as we know you have to go because the college football seminar that you were in there to send us notes, which we are grateful for. Go ahead, D-Butt, last question.
Herbie, maybe it is Artie Smith, but who will be the most impactful, I guess, familiar face in a new place, whether it be a coach or, I guess, or player in a new place?
I hate to go back to LSU, but let's face it, that is the story. I think, by the way, the face of the sport going into the season, as much as people are going to talk about Arch Manning, I really think TRINIDAD CHAMBLISS at Ole Miss, him getting that year, it looked like he might not get it. Then they went down to Oxford, talked to a judge, and everything got taken care of. He is so refreshing when you get around this guy. You guys should have him on the show before the season starts. If you haven't had him on yet, you'll instantly fall in love with his personality. I know he's not a new face, but I think Ole Miss and Lane Kiffin at LSU, that story didn't quite, that chapter closed for last year, but it reopens this season coming up. But I think Lane Kiffin and all those different transfer portals that he brought in, especially Levitt at quarterback, I'm excited to just see how that comes together. And can Lane, with all the way that he and the media and some of the clips that come out from him, is it just going to be ball, or is he going to have fun with the media? But I think that's the story. And week 1, Pat, myself, the whole College Game Day crew down in Death Valley, Clemson Tigers, who nobody is talking about after the year they had last year, breaking in a new quarterback, down at Death Valley at LSU against Lane Kiffin in week 1 in prime time. That should be a incredible way to get things started in that opening week 1.
Have you heard about what Pete Thamel's saying?
No.
Yeah, so I guess the first time he gets on, he's saying, hey, yo. That's what he's saying.
Shuck.
And then everybody in LSU is going to say, shuck.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I think we can make that good. I think we can get that in there, no problem.
Sure.
Yeah.
You think you can get that one in?
Well, yeah,
Week 1?
Can definitely get it. I mean, that could be put in there because everybody knows Downer.
I think it's about time.
I think
put
you
his
start
big boy
that chant
pants on.
before the show starts. Last time we went down there, you had that rolling.
No, remember, you do recall, I was walking onto stage and 3 people told me, hey, we're trying not to do that, remember? We're trying not to do that. You got it. You got it.
Is Governor going to
Right. So you're saying not to do it?
You got it. Okay.
That's what you're saying? Okay.
Just for precedent setting, for the rest of our lives together, just know that you should not do that. That is, you should just stop doing what you just did there, and just know that going forward, that this is probably how this is going to be forever, as long as I'm alive. And by the way, you guys should embrace it. They all know it.
Yeah.
And if I know Lane, I'm thinking we're probably embracing all the culture stuff that we could down there, right?
And Jeff Landry, Governor Jeff Landry, he always does it, right?
Jeff Landry, we're paying the court, we're paying the coach and the agent. We're not doing that again. Lane Kiffin Barrel, give him whatever the fuck you want. Let's figure that out. I can't wait to get down there. Now, I was very confused on why you would leave Ole Miss, me, last year. And I think LSU people certainly remember that is my angle. And then this offseason, he said, number 1 tackle is waiting for him. The number 1 D lineman's waiting for him. Number 1 wide receiver's waiting for, it's been very interesting watching what all you college football folks who have been in this forever are like, he's got to go to LSU. What do you even, Ole Miss might win a national championship. Yeah, but Coach O won. Coach O won national championship down there in LSU. Okay, just remember.
I was with you on that. I mean, he had it rolling.
Statue.
At the very least,
they would have put a statue of that guy.
It would have been great to see him finish it off. It would have been nice for him to be able to finish it off. It was nasty. By the way, that's week 3. LSU, Lane Kiffin.
Hopefully you guys go.
At the Grove.
Was not announced where you're going. Has that been announced?
Oh, I don't know about anything like that, but I'm just saying.
Wow, okay. Herbie's breaking news. I didn't know you were dabbling in our waters, saying that.
No.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that's week 3 for the football season.
Yeah, of course, early.
Yeah.
We're going to learn a lot there.
Yeah.
Can't wait to get down there for College Game Day, as Kirk Herbstreit just announced here publicly. We appreciate you, man. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the man, Kirk Herbstreit. Thank you.